minute for people to join. You're supposed to do that at 9:15. So it's like this like awkward moment where we like go live and then we have to like wait for people to join on if they want and start.
Great.
So
That makes sense.
yeah. But what the hell? Let's just start right now. Huh?
You have one.
Okay. You guys, welcome to Cabinetry 102. I'm Stephanie with Abacus Cabinetry, and today I have with me, once again, a very special guest. This is Nicole Demlage with Merge Architecture. She works in a very unique industry, especially to all us Coloradans, and then also nationally. Nicole, thank you so much for having us. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you being the guest on here. Can we dive into a little bit about the architecture that you do for the cannabis world?
I would love to. Thanks for having me.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So we started in 2015, and we started with honestly, we fell into the industry by accident. We had a past client in a completely different world, and they were getting into the cannabis industry. They asked us if we could help with some layout, and little did we know that our learning curve for the next 15 months was going to be incredibly steep on a vertically integrated business that started with a cultivation facility, had an extraction
Sounds like
lab.
fun.
It is fun. It's really fun. It included a research lab and offices, and so yes, a large technical learning curve, I guess is what I would say that we started out with.
So these guys, it sounds like they've kind of prepared you for what has become Merge Architecture. Is this what you guys had signed up for originally?
We didn't sign up for this originally. We did not have an awareness of this being a potential specialty for us. However, after doing the first project, we realized that we love learning, that this was going to be a real opportunity for us to get into something very new, and it just sparked our interest. We come out of a sustainability and solar power background before becoming
In the
architectural
world, okay.
world, and honestly, we're starting to geek out on the technical aspects of the cannabis world and trying to make them as optimized and as efficient as possible. So that was our first sight into this industry.
So you guys basically dipped your feet in, ended up dousing yourself in the water,
Yeah.
and now you guys are one of a very select group of architecture firms in the industry that work with cannabis. What does the cannabis world entail? Like what do you have to do to get your clients going?
Yeah. So first of all, we work across what I call seed to sale. So starting with growing all the way through to the sale of marijuana products, and all the buildings that touch that industry along that trajectory. And the thing we do to start is we help our clients know that the land or building that they're purchasing or leasing is feasible for their project. That it'll help them create an environment that is suitable for their needs.
Yeah.
And then also from a zoning perspective, making sure that there's compliance in terms of distance to churches or schools or addiction centers, which is a really big deal when it comes to finding a property for a cannabis facility.
I imagine, and you guys have pioneered basically the Wild West of this and have these processes in place where you guys, it sounds like you assist with like all of the location, and then what other layers are there involved? So yes, you help them find the building. Yay, we got the building. Now what do we do? Do you help make that transition?
Yeah. Once they have a location, we are into what we call sort of the stage one of design for cannabis. We're looking for, we're supporting license applications, zoning permit applications. Sometimes we're preparing drawings to help people attract investors. So it's anything from a site plan or a floor plan that's required to be part of a submittal to a really beautiful 3D rendering that shows people what the vision is for their project, and so they can attract funds to actually start their business.
So say they get the project and everything else, and you guys take care of the multiple layers, and then do you assist with the next step, like the permits, and help them got the building, got the investor, got the money, and now it's permit time. Is that something that you guys also help with?
We definitely do, and at that point I see that as more traditional architectural services. So if you're familiar with the architecture industry,
yes we are.
Schematic design, design development, construction documents leading up to permits, with some really coordinated technical what do you call it, integration with all of the other consultants.
Okay.
So mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structural, that's sort of your core team. But then we have industrial hygienists and safety engineers and security design. So there's a lot of different layers to this. We often hire consultants who specialize in growing methodologies or extraction methodologies.
Now, do you guys go out and find those people too, or do they kind of come with the package and you work with a team, or you bring team members in, or is it?
It's a combination.
Okay.
Sometimes our clients have people they want to work with that they've already met. Often we do. We play Cupid and we introduce people, and I know. And if it seems like a good fit, so it's a mixed bag in terms of how the team comes together. The really important thing is that the team comes together well. This is a collaborative, team-oriented sport for sure.
Well, yeah, I can only imagine all of the different aspects that go along with it. So you guys get the team together, and then the next step is it building the building, and what do you guys do to make this building fabulous? I mean, it's a unique world. Again, it's the Wild West, and I wouldn't even imagine to begin to set up a building now that we have a location.
Yeah, well, during construction administration, it's really the time where we get to go back to the beginning of the design process and make sure that all of the efforts we made to design an optimized workflow that is optimized for people, for materials, for processes, and those processes sometimes have to follow a very clean, almost pharmaceutical level procedure. GMP is good manufacturing practices is one of the metrics that we use to design our facilities. Once we get to the construction phase, our job is to not only answer questions and clarify what needs to happen during construction, but also to make sure that the vision is executed so that the business that our client is optimized can be successful. We really see the architecture as being a key part to a business's success.
That's amazing. I mean, you guys have really, just to complete that vision, to be there through the building process is one of those things where you don't always have that with an architecture firm, especially one with your unique niche, and not to mention, you guys have that talent to optimize everything, and I've heard from a little bird that is one of your specialties.
I think that our eye has been very honed to understanding that the workflow is essential. Yes, we can make beautiful facilities, we can help our clients grow a wonderful product, develop really great products, but if the workflow is not optimized, then we haven't really done our job in our eyes.
And this is basically, this is everywhere in all facets of the industry. So you guys help optimize everything from the growing to the manufacturing, and what am I missing? It's the
there's a
transportation component, and then also the selling component.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are really the ones in there.
Yeah, it's a really fun lens to look at a project through, because cannabis as a plant is amazing. It's still untapped, but we know it's got such incredible medical and obviously recreational potential.
Yes, everybody knows that here in Colorado, yep.
I think that it's just very complex, and we really enjoy putting all those pieces together. It's a puzzle, and it's problem solving, and that's what we really like to do.
And I can see why your clients rely on you for that, for sure. That's amazing talent. We're gonna kind of wrap things up here. Let's see. Any last questions from our audience? Does anyone have any questions for Nicole with Merge Architecture?
Nothing yet.
Fabulous. Well, Nicole, thank you so much for joining us today. Do you have any last notes or anything you'd like to say to our crowd here?
I would say that my last comment, and it's tongue-in-cheek, but I believe this, every project is a special little flower.
Yeah.
And in the cannabis industry, really understanding what your, at the very beginning of a project, understanding what your output is, what your goals are, working with an architect is going to be the starting point for a successful project.
I agree. You guys are going to help see that vision through.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate you jumping on today.
Thank you.
If we don't have any last questions, we'll see you for the next Cabinetry 102. Thank you very much.